Xiaoye awakened a B-tier beast tamer talent. That's more than enough for him to live comfortably at the Python Garden base. But to form a contract with Cheng Bingxi, he doesn't deserve her. Cheng Bingxi clenched her hands tightly. Her eyes were filled with worry. Her fluffy foxtail even froze in place. When I was going through the awakening on the awakening platform, the system panel lit up, God-tier beast tamer. During the awakening, the sky above the Python Garden base suddenly dimmed. 5 wisps of extremely mysterious purple kui drifted over from the east, covering tens of thousands of Lai. A 5-clawed golden dragon soared within the purple key. A war god white tiger pranced among the purple key. The divine vermilion bird tumbled within the purple key. 9-tailed celestial fox. Auspicious Kilin, divine phoenix, and other divine beings all appeared as projections. Right above me, waves of immortal music echoed out. Clusters of immortal flowers bloomed in unison. At that moment, the huge awakening platform boomed with a voice. Xiaoye SSS tier beast tamer. The worry in Cheng Bingxi's eyes vanished completely. She jumped up on the spot, cheering and jumping for joy. Director, do you think I can form a contract with Xiaoye now? The grade director listened to the awakening report with a dumbfounded look. He mumbled to himself, "It's actually SSS tier beast tamer talent. He really is my most outstanding student." The principal leaned over right away. He said with a grin, "Who says you can't? Anyone who dares to stop you, I'll break their legs." Hearing that, the surrounding students all looked at the director with disdain. The grade director glared sharply. He said to the people around him, "Students, what do you think? Is Xiaoye qualified to form a contract with Cheng Bingxi?" The students blurted out immediately. "Of course, SSS tier matches SSS tier perfectly. They're a match made in heaven." On the other side, Liu Ruyan froze on the spot. SS tier beast tamer talent. That's the trash Liu Ruyan threw away. How is that possible? We've been together for 3 years. If I apologize to him, Xiaoye will definitely forgive me. She rushed over right away and grabbed my arm. "Form a contract with me, okay? I was just kidding with you earlier." I pulled my arm away and took a step back. "You regret it now. Too bad you don't get a second chance." Liu Ruyan hugged me tightly again. "Xiaoye, didn't you want to go hang out in the grove with me? Didn't you like bunny girl outfits?" "I'll agree to all of that." I shook my head again, my tone ice cold. "We're done." Liu Ruyan trembled all over. "You're kidding me, right? You have to be joking with me." Cheng Bingxi appeared next to me in an instant and pushed Liu Ruyan away effortlessly. "Xiaoye is my boyfriend, Cheng Bingxi's boyfriend, and he's my contract partner too. So get the hell out of here." Right after that, Cheng Bingxi and I formed our contract on the spot. God-tier beast tamer system host, Xiaoye. Contract template 1. SSS tier 9-tailed celestial fox. Level, unranked. Summoned beast, 9-tailed celestial fox. Form, 1-tailed. Innate skill, divine charm. It invades the enemy's mind and plunges them into a state of confusion for a set period of time. AoE skill, divine defection. Forcefully implants a thought stamp, making the enemy switch their attack target. Single target skill. Summoned beast form upgrade function. 1-tailed, 0-100 evolution points required. 2-tailed form, summoned beast gains +1 permanent HP. Randomly awakens. A concept type innate skill. Quest function unlocked. After the host encounters an event, the system will issue quests. Completing quests rewards evolution points and rare items. The students from the remaining 9 classes finished their awakening. 2 hours had passed. At this moment, Cheng Bingxi reverted from her beast ear girl form back to her human form passively. The principal gathered the most talented, around 8 or 9 teenagers who had already confirmed their contracts, and brought them to the principal's office villa. A group of teenagers sat in the office on the first floor of the villa. Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi were among them. There were 9 people total. Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi were the 2 SSS tier talents. Liu Ruyan had an S tier talent. The remaining 6 had A tier beast tamer talents, or had awakened A tier feral beast templates. The 3 A tier pairs were introducing themselves to each other. I awakened an A tier demon eagle template. I formed a contract with Zhang Xiang. "You have the A tier flame python template, and you have the A tier dream butterfly template. I wonder why the principal called us here." Liu Ruyan let out a cold snort. She was alone, but the principal had still called her over. That cold snort caught the attention of the 3 A tier pairs. Their gazes first landed on Liu Ruyan, then shifted to Xiaoye. They spoke with reverence and curiosity all over their faces. That purple key stretching 100,000 li from the east must have been from countless divine beasts. An SSS Tia beast tamer? Xiaoye is literally my god. Chung Bingxi, you're super awesome too. But when they looked at Chung Bingxi, they looked like they'd seen a ghost. Their pupils constricted. The reverence on their faces vanished in an instant, leaving only shock and a hint of disdain. It turned out that in her human form, Chung Bingxi had a hideous, terrifying scar on the right side of her face. Stretching all the way from her forehead to her chin, Chung Bingxi glared at them with her beautiful eyes. They unconsciously lowered their heads, but a faint look of excitement still appeared on their faces. It seemed like they found a sense of superiority from Chung Bingxi's scar. They couldn't compare to Chung Bingxi in terms of talent, but she had a scar that could never be removed. So what if she has an SSS tier template? She still has to carry that scary scar for her whole life. Bingxi, honey, there's definitely a way to fix your scar. Xiaoye comforted her with a warm smile. Chung Bingxi's originally low mood improved a little, but when she lifted her head and saw Xiaoye staring straight at the right side of her face, she subconsciously turned her head away. She avoided his gaze and whispered, "I know." When she was around other people, the stubborn and brave Chung Bingxi didn't care about the scar at all. But when she was with Xiaoye, she panicked. She lost all her confidence. She was scared Xiaoye would care about the scar. She was scared she wasn't good enough for Xiaoye. She even wanted to turn back into her beast ear girl form, the perfect, flawless fox ear girl. Pfft. Liu Ruyan couldn't hold back a laugh. Her pride and excitement were obvious to everyone, but since they were in the principal's office, she only dared to laugh quietly to herself. Just give it a try, she thought to herself. Trash is always trash. Without her beast ear girl form, she's nothing. Just then, the principal walked in carrying a briefcase. With a bald young man next to him, he started introducing them warmly as soon as he walked in. "Oh, everyone's here already. Let me introduce someone to you all. This is a sophomore who dropped out of the Mangyuan Academy. He's an S-tier beast tamer. His talent has already reached tier 2. Unfortunately, his contract partner died in an accident. Now he wants to retake the college entrance exam. Let's give him a round of applause." Everyone clapped loudly. S-tier, tier 2 contract holder. He's actually retaking the college entrance exam. Even Xiaoye was extremely surprised. On this apocalyptic blue planet overrun by magical beasts, a sophomore who's already in college, actually being allowed to retake the college entrance exam was unheard of. The principal looked at Liu Ruyan. He said, "Student Liu Ruyan, you two can get to know each other first. If you think you're a good fit, you can form a contract." The bald young man suddenly asked the principal curiously, "I heard that a girl from number 3 high school awakened an SSS tier template today. Who is she?" The principal pointed at Chung Bingxi. He said, "That's student Chung Bingxi. She awakened an SSS tier template. She's already formed a contract with student Xiaoye." The bald young man looked over curiously, but the moment he saw the horrifying scar on the right side of Chung Bingxi's face, the smile on his face froze instantly. He twitched the corner of his mouth and said, "This classmate is really quite special, huh?" Then the bald young man walked to Liu Ruyan and sat down beside her. The two began chatting in a low voice. The principal scanned the entire office hall. He nodded with satisfaction. He said with a serious face, "Our Mangyuan base city, in the previous college entrance exams for geniuses across all base cities, has ranked dead last for 10 consecutive sessions. For this year's college entrance exam, Mangyuan Base City has decided to launch the College Entrance Exam Youth Training Camp to vigorously train the top students from the awakened classes of all high schools. The purpose is..." The principal paused for a moment. He suddenly grew impassioned. "The purpose is to get rid of the title of being last place. We will do our best to fight for second to last place." All the students present were dumbfounded. "We have to try our hardest just to get second to last place." Everyone looked at the principal with doubtful eyes. They were muttering to themselves in their hearts. "Are you kidding us right now?" The principal grinned and said, "Ha ha, don't worry everyone. I heard that today at number 1 high school and number 3 high school. S-class templates and talents were also awakened. And there's more than one this year, after our Mangyuan base launches the College Entrance Exam Youth Training Camp. Our college entrance exam results among all base cities in Long Country. We'll definitely get second to last place. We might even have a shot at third to last place." The principal got more and more excited as he spoke. After all, the resources allocated from higher-ups for third to last place are way more than what second to last place gets. Xiaoye couldn't help but interrupt, "Principal, be more confident. Why don't we go for first place?" The principal rolled his eyes speechlessly. At Xiaoye. Classmate Xiaoye, don't interrupt. Third to last place is only a possibility. The chance is less than 50%. As for first place, that's something only the Imperial Capital base and other top bases, full of geniuses, can compete for. You are all students from number 3 high school. You need to unite and help each other in the youth training camp and act as one team. As your principal, I appoint Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi as captain and vice captain. Does anyone have any objections? No objections, I agree. This is how it should be. The first-class template contractors of Team 3 raised their hands one after another to show their approval, but then a harsh voice came from the back row. It was the bald young man. Wait, I have an objection. Classmate Liu Ruyan has already agreed to form a contract with me. I'm now at the 2nd rank. Ruyan and I are definitely the strongest in the team, so the captain position should be ours. He paused mid-sentence when he saw the principal's expression. The bald young man continued, I know. We officially enter the youth training camp tomorrow. I propose that after we gather tomorrow, our summoned beasts fight against Xiaoye's team's summoned beasts. Whoever wins gets to be captain. How about that? Event contact triggered Mission 100. Defeat the 2nd rank Grey Wolf King Sandao and become team captain. Reward, rare elixir. Beauty pill, 100 evolution points. Beauty pill. Just from the name, you can tell it restores one's appearance to a perfect state. It's a divine pill that girls would fight tooth and nail to get. Evolution points can be used to upgrade the form of summoned beasts. Accept mission. No penalty for declining. No penalty for mission failure. The beauty pill can actually restore appearance to a perfect state. Xiaoye was overjoyed in his heart. He needed this thing so badly right now. He accepted the mission immediately. Besides, those 100 evolution points are super tempting too. That's enough to raise his summoned beast's form by 1 tier. These benefits are absolutely amazing. Summoned beast form upgrade function. 1 tail, 100 evolution points. 2 tails, grant summoned beast +1 permanent HP. Randomly awakens. 1 conceptual talent skill. +1 HP, and a conceptual talent skill. This conceptual talent skill sounds super overpowered, like 100% catch barehanded blade. 100% get your blade caught barehanded. Spear of Destiny. 100% hit rate. Words are law, lies come true. 100% bad luck predictor, stuff like that. That's so cool. Principal, I agree with his proposal. Xiaoye stood up abruptly. He stared straight at the bald young man. The principal nodded. He said, all right, it's settled then. Xiaoye, you haven't even reached the 1st rank yet. Just do your best. Clap, clap, clap. The bald young man clapped slowly. He said with a teasing look on his face. You know it's a trap and you still jump in. I can't tell if you're overly confident or just stupid. I actually admire your courage. I hope you don't lose too badly tomorrow and end up losing all your confidence. The bald young man was extremely confident. He thought his 2nd rank strength was undeniable. Even if Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi could summon an SSS-class ferocious beast, it couldn't make up for the difference in ranks. Liu Ruyan was getting smug again at this point. After all, the bald young man gave her plenty of confidence. That was also the reason she agreed to form a contract with him. Then the principal opened his briefcase to distribute excellent awakening rewards to everyone. A-class reward is 1 1st-rank magic beast core. S-class reward is 3 1st-rank magic beast cores. SS class reward is 9 1st-rank magic beast cores. Before everyone left, the principal also revealed that there were tons of resources in the youth training camp. Whoever performs well can get them. Walking on the street, Cheng Bingxi put on a half-face fox mask. Xiaoye, where do you want to go tonight? Back to the orphanage, of course. Wifey Cheng Bingxi. No, you don't. I don't want to go back. Then where do I want to go? The Grove, Xiaoye asked tentatively. Cheng Bingxi shook her head. Summoned beast in. Xiaoye asked again. Cheng Bingxi still shook her head. Then where on earth do I want to go? Why don't you suggest a place, and we can see if... We're thinking of the same place, Xiaoye. Felt a little helpless. Cheng Bingxi smiled cutely. Go to my house, silly. Xiaoye clapped his hands subconsciously and blurted out, what a coincidence. I wanted to go there too. Wait, go to your house. Spend the night at your house? Cheng Bingxi grabbed Xiaoye's hand and ran towards her house. Of course, we've already formed a contract. Why would we live separately? Plus, we can absorb energy and cultivate together. It's also the perfect time to introduce you to my parents. Let me tell you, even though my dad is a bit old-fashioned, he will definitely accept you. Xiaoye felt a little nervous. Is he easy to get along with? A strange look flashed across Chung Bingshi's eyes. He's a total old stick in the mud. That made Xiaoya's heart race with anxiety. Xiaoya took the 129 yen and 5 mao that his classmate returned to him in the afternoon, bought a bottle of wine worth 99 wen, and entered Chung Bingshi's house just like that, without much preparation. When he saw what Chung Bingshi's dad looked like, Xiaoya's pupils shrank sharply. He exclaimed, "Director, what are you doing here?" Haha, surprised, classmate Xiaoya. It turned out, grade director Chung Keike was Chung Bingshi's father. Xiaoya understood immediately. No wonder the grade director used national interest to pressure Chung Bingshi that afternoon. Oh right, they're family. Director, I've already formed a contract with Bingshi. Xiaoya looked at Chung Keike eagerly. Chung Keike laughed heartily. At home, he wasn't as stubborn as he was at school. He said, "I approve. An SSS class beast tamer with such talent is more than a good match for my daughter. You grew up in an orphanage, and you're the top student I trained. I've seen your relationship with Bingshi develop over the past 3 years. From now on, call me father-in-law. Father-in-law, this is the wine I brought you." Xiaoya relaxed completely instantly. Xiaoya thought to himself, the grade director has spent the past 2 years running hellish training for the awakening class non-stop. This plan is 80% related to Chung Bingshi's facial injury. Only when students know how to face magical beasts, how to fight, how to escape, and how to adapt to unexpected situations, will they avoid getting seriously hurt. At this moment, Xiaoya suddenly thought the grade director was really great. There was a little more respect in his eyes when he looked at him. Chung Keiki pushed Xiaoya's hand that was holding the wine. "You just dropped by unannounced, and you even bring a gift. Students don't have much money anyway," he said, gesturing for Xiaoyi to put the wine in the wine cabinet. Xiaoya put the wine there as told. Chung Keiki grinned even wider. He rambled on as he put 3 locks on the wine cabinet. "Seriously, you don't have to be so polite. This wine must cost over $100, right? Take it back with you when you leave tomorrow." Xiaoya was utterly speechless. "You already put 3 locks on it, and now you're telling me to take it back. Are you kidding me?" Half an hour later, the 4 of them finished dinner, except for Chung Keike and his wife's bedroom. Every other room was lit up with festive red ambient lights. Xiaoye was directly pushed into Chung Bingshi's room by Chung Keike, while Chung Bingshi was pushed into the bathroom by her mom and tossed her a simple red outfit. Chung Bingshi opened it up to check and was totally stunned. It was actually a red wedding dress, with a red veil inside. "What's going on here?" Half an hour later, Chung Bingshi put on the wedding dress and walked out full of confusion. Then her parents dragged her straight to the living room. "What do you want to do tonight?" Yan Qingqing, Chung Bingshi's mother, asked. "Sleep? No." "You don't want that, right?" "Then what do I want to do?" "Cultivate to raise my rank." Chung Bingshi was full of confusion. "Nope, that's not it." "Think harder." "What do you want to do?" Yan Qingqing said, "Summon the 9-tailed celestial fox with Xiaoye." Chung Bingshi's eyes lit up. "That's close. Think a little more. What do you want?" Yan Qingqing said. Chung Bingshi glanced down at the red wedding dress she was wearing, and her face suddenly flushed red. It dawned on her. "Oh right, I want to spend the wedding night together." "Exactly, what a coincidence. That's exactly what I was thinking too." Yan Qingqing chuckled softly and pushed Chung Bingshi straight into her bedroom. As she walked, she said, "In the beast-eared girl era, signing a contract is just like getting a marriage license. There's no need for all those tedious rituals. Today is your wedding day. Make the most of the time now, and enjoy it. You won't have this much free time after the college entrance exam." Back in the day, after they shoved Chung Bingshi inside the room with a loud thud, Yan Qingqing locked the door from the outside straight away, then threw the key into the squat toilet, flushed it, and left. "Isn't this going a little too fast?" Chung Keiki, the grade director, frowned and asked from the side. Yan Qingqing glared at him. "It's gonna happen sooner or later anyway. What, you want to break them up?" "Of course not. Let me tell you, when Xiaoye awakened his beast tamer talent, the phenomenon was super impressive. The aura covered the entire No. 3 high school, reflecting countless divine beasts. I saw it myself. I was on duty in the library back then. The sky suddenly went dark. I went outside to check. It was so shocking. In the festively decorated bedroom, Chung Bingshi was wearing the red veil, sitting prettily on the chair in front of the desk without moving. Xiaoye walked over to her and was just about to lift the veil, but Chung Bingshi stopped him. "Wait, I don't want to face you with this look." Chung Bingxi instantly switched to her beast-eared girl form. Her aura became holy and noble. A fluffy foxtail poked out from behind the chair, swaying shyly. Only then did she let Xiaoye lift the veil. That horrifying scar was like a hurdle stuck in Chung Bingxi's heart, especially after she signed the contract with Xiaoye. She cared about it more and more. Xiaoye noticed all of this quietly and kept it in mind after tossing and turning the whole night. At 6 a.m. the next morning, Chung Bingxi woke Xiaoye up. She had already switched back to her human form by then. Xiaoye, wake up quickly. We need to start cultivating. Don't forget we have a competition with that bald guy today. Xiaoye, woken up by her unique way of waking people, was shaken awake. Afterwards, the two took out the 10 level 1 magical beast crystals, rewarded by the principal. After exchanging a glance, they immediately activated the power of their contract to summon the 9-tailed celestial fox. Whoosh, in the small bedroom, a supreme aura instantly surged through the air. Glistening, dreamy colors spread everywhere. A holy, noble, and mysterious white fox seemed to have been pulled from the 2D world into reality, standing alive on the floor just like that. In the blink of an eye, Xiaoye and Chung Bingxi's bodies disappeared. Their consciousness merged together into the 9-tailed celestial fox, the 1-tailed form of the holy white fox. You could see from the mirror the white fox's deep, starry sky-like, beautiful eyes full of wisdom. 2 tiny blood-sucking mosquitoes saw this. Their eyes lit up with excitement. All they wanted was to pounce over and suck some blood. Mind rebellion. Forcefully indoctrinate thoughts. Single target skill that forces enemies to change their attack target. Just as the 1-tailed white fox had a flash of light in its eyes, one of the mosquitoes suddenly froze, then lifted its stinger and stabbed it right at the other mosquito. The unsuspecting mosquito was stabbed solidly right on target. The blood-sucking mosquito looked like it was on steroids. Its attack speed increased 10 times and forcefully sucked the other mosquito completely dry. Right after that, with a pop, its belly exploded from being too full. Both mosquitoes died on the spot. I've wanted to get rid of these 2 mosquitoes for ages. I was busy with important stuff yesterday and didn't have time. Finally got rid of them today. Inside the consciousness of the 1-tailed white fox, Xiaoye snickered when he saw this scene. Chung Bingxi's face flushed red. She hurriedly urged, "Stop messing around. Hurry up and absorb the crystal core to cultivate." Then, under Xiaoye's control, the holy white fox tossed a crystal core into its mouth in one bite, crunched it into pieces with a few bites, and swallowed it. Both of them had learned the improved magical beast cultivation method at school, but before they could activate it, they felt a pure energy from their stomach, quickly spread throughout their whole body, and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Right after that, they heard a faint pop. Their power had increased noticeably. 9-tailed celestial fox 1-tailed form. White fox E-rank SSS template. That's insane. Looking at the system panel only he could see. Xiaoye sighed to himself. After that, the remaining 9 level 1 magical beast crystals were also crunched and swallowed. It felt just like eating potato chips. The super crispy texture made Chung Bingxi love it so much. This time, with plenty of energy in their bodies, they activated the cultivation method. They stopped cultivating after a few minutes and exited the summoned 9-tailed celestial fox form. 1-tailed form white fox, level 1 mid-stage. In the afternoon, the backyard of the principal's office villa at number 3 high school. All 10 awakening class students from yesterday were present. Xiaoye and Chen Bingxi are also among them. The principal is leading 5 teams of contractors. He introduces the backyard decorations like he's showing off his most prized treasures. On the surrounding walls of the few hundred square meter backyard, bright, eye-catching flowers are growing all over. On the main branches, there are even clusters of crystal-clear fruits hanging densely. Waves of sweet fragrance fill the entire courtyard. When the students take a breath of it, they instantly feel refreshed and energized. Those fruits seem to have some kind of magic power, drawing everyone to approach them involuntarily. The principal looks at them with full affection in his eyes. He carefully tends to the leaves on the main branches, just to let the fruits absorb enough sunlight. Rare Ganoderma moro fruit. This is a stunning yet dangerous, uncanny, special magical plant. The bald young man, Jingran, exclaimed in surprise. He then continued, "This thing, you have to use the heart blood of a Grandmaster rank magical beast to cultivate it. Only then can it take root and sprout, and break through the soil to grow." That's right. The principal looked at the fully grown, fruit-bearing moro fruit and started introducing it with a satisfied look on his face. 2 years ago, magical beasts attacked number 3 high school. I put in a huge amount of effort before I finally managed to kill a Grandmaster rank magical beast. Ever since then, my foundation was damaged, and my cultivation level dropped too. But using the heart blood of that Grandmaster rank magical beast, I cultivated this moro fruit. Watching it grow bit by bit up until now, it bearing fruit holds great commemorative meaning for me. Staying in this courtyard filled with sweet fragrance, every pair of contractors was touched by the scene, and they all hugged each other one after another. Xiaoye was holding Chen Bingxi, who was wearing a half-fox mask, and said gently, "When we get the chance, we'll plant one too, and raise it well together." Chen Bingxi's eyes were filled with longing, and she nodded repeatedly. "Sure." The principal looked at these warm scenes, and felt very satisfied in his heart. He thought these contractors all got along really well with each other, but when he saw the bald young man Jingren, he couldn't help frowning. He saw that Jingren was actually trying to hold Liu Ruyan's hand, but Liu Ruyan dodged right away. The two were standing very far apart, at least a meter away from each other. Jingren smiled awkwardly, and a bitter look appeared on his face. For the first time in his life, he doubted his own appearance. He kept muttering in his heart, "Isn't my shiny, reflective bald head handsome? This is super handsome non-mainstream style. In the advanced institution, every day when I walk around the campus, I get a 100% head-turning rate. Even the campus goddess said my hairstyle is super stylish and really interesting." Unable to figure it out, Jingren had to shift his attention. He said to Xiaoye arrogantly, "Xiaoye, according to our agreement, we have to have a match today. A man knows when to stand his ground and when to bend. If you admit defeat voluntarily, I'll still consider you a real man, save you from losing too badly later, and never being able to recover from the setback. If we're gonna fight, then fight. What's with all the nagging? Acting like you're so tough or something?" Xiaoye looked at him with clear disbelief. He turned to the principal and said, "Principal, you be the referee. We'll have the match right now." Liu Ruyan let out a cold snort. He really doesn't know what's good for him. The principal nodded and said, "All right. This courtyard is a few hundred square meters big. More than enough space for you to use your powers. Just have the match here. Jingren, you already broke through to rank 2 a long time ago. Xiaoye probably just reached the threshold of rank 1 now. Go easy on him. Don't hurt anyone." The bald young man Jingren and Liu Ruyan channeled their contract power and summoned the S-Class prototype Wolf King together. Along with a creepy howl, a burst of violent power surged out instantly. The figures of Jingren and Liu Ruyan disappeared without a trace. A Wolf King with black fur that glinted with cold light appeared on the ground. This 2-meter-tall Wolf King exuded the aura of a predator and a dominant ruler all over its body. Its 4 limbs stood firmly on the ground. That violent aura made the surrounding air ripple along with it. Xiaoye and Chen Bingxi also channeled their contract power and summoned the SSS-class prototype 9-tailed celestial fox. As a dazzling vision descended, a 1-tailed white fox full of sacred aura appeared opposite the black wolf. The 2-meter-tall Wolf King looked down at the half-meter-tall white fox from above, its eyes full of disdain. It launched an attack immediately and pounced swiftly towards the white fox. This was a battle between a peak rank 1 Wolf King and a mid-rank 1 white fox. The Wolf King used its innate skill Night Phantom. Its speed increased by more than 4 times instantly. The black wolf darted past, leaving a phantom behind. Its speed was unbelievably fast. Everyone present thought the outcome was already decided. Slow, way too slow. In the eyes of the 1-tailed white fox, it was as if it had activated dynamic vision. The pouncing figure of the black wolf was clearly visible. Every single landing spot of its paws could be seen perfectly clearly. Divine charm. It traps the enemy's mind in a confused state for a certain period of time. A flash of light appeared in the white fox's deep star-like eyes. The black wolf was hit by the skill instantly. Its eyes lost focus, and it looked completely dazed. It ran straight past Xiaoye, and due to the inertia of its fast movement, it crashed towards the wall dozens of meters away. All the A-class contractors were shocked. Did the Wolf King go senile or something? The white fox is just standing right there. It's not even attacking. Is this some kind of new fancy move? The principal, who knew a little about this skill, said in surprise, "The black wolf got hit by a skill." The battle was still going on fiercely. Mind subversion. It forcefully implants thoughts, forcing the enemy to change their attack target, under Xiaoye's control. In the white fox's eyes, another flash of light appeared. An extremely mysterious ray of light hit the black wolf precisely. Whimper. The black wolf's mind suddenly cleared up, but it had already run to the edge of the wall and started madly biting and slashing at the flowers of the moro fruit. Before it even realized it, it actually took the moro fruit for the white fox, looking at the white fox that seemed to have no power to fight back. Jingren and Liu Ruyan were extremely proud. This isn't enough. Jingren let out a cold snort and activated the skill Night Phantom again, using maximum power to increase speed by 6 times. This time, the black wolf bit and slashed at the moro fruit even more fiercely, seeing his beloved spiritual plant being destroyed. The principal's eyes widened instantly, and his face changed drastically. He shouted angrily, "Jingren, are you out of your damn mind? Are you trying to get yourself killed?" But then the principal couldn't help but laugh out of anger. This guy is getting even more carried away. He added, "The moro fruit isn't just a spiritual plant I keep for viewing. This black wolf is going to be in big trouble." The other contractors were all stunned by the black wolf's behavior. They kept muttering in their hearts, "Is this guy mentally ill or something?" Just at that moment, the color of the moro fruit suddenly changed, turning completely pitch black. It released some kind of toxin, and its branches started wriggling. They wrapped the black wolf up tightly in no time. Then sharp barbs grew out one after another and tightened violently. The black wolf let out an extremely shrill scream. That sound was creepy to hear. "Awoo!" The black wolf screamed for a full 2 minutes, before the principal pulled it out. 1 minute later, Jingren and Liu Ruyan collapsed on the ground, their faces pale. They were gasping for air heavily. "We admit defeat. Xiaoye, I really am not as good as you," actually spoke in a weak and listless tone. Liu Ruyan looked utterly dejected. He could barely believe he had actually lost. After all, their side had level 2 cultivators, even counting those who had just entered the first rank. The Wolf King he summoned also had peak first rank strength. Liu Ruyan pointed at Xiaoye in shock and said, "Have you already reached peak first rank?" "It's only been such a short time." "Wow, you broke through from 0 to peak first rank in just 1 day. That's insane, you're so talented. We haven't even entered the first rank yet." "I reckon it'll take me a whole week just to reach first rank." "Xiaoye only took 1 day. That's so awesome." The other 3 pairs of contractors were also totally shocked. Their eyes went wide in disbelief. They said with faces full of doubt, "Impossible. Even with SSS tier talent, there's no way you can reach peak first rank in a day. You know, I have S tier talent myself, and it took me half a year to reach peak first rank." The principal speculated. "The current cultivation level of Xiaoye and Chengbingxi is probably mid-first rank. That's why they could rely on the SSS tier White Tiger to crush the peak first rank." When Jingren heard this, he immediately spat out a mouthful of blood. "Mid-first rank? When I reached this level back then, it took me 1 or 2 months. After everyone rested for an hour, led by Xiaoyi and Chengbingxi, the 12-person team from number 3 high school boarded the steel train heading for the college entrance examination youth training camp. This train has 3 carriages in total. Inside were the top students from number 1 high school, number 2 high school, and number 3 high school. In the Shonyang era, some modern industries are still preserved, such as trains, internet, mobile phones, computers, and so on. Mission completed. Please claim your reward, host. Reward claimed successfully. 100 evolution points and a beauty pill have been placed in your pocket. Looking at the round pill in his pocket, Xiaoye pulled Chengbingxi into the train bathroom, then locked the door from the inside. Chengbingxi was cornered against the wall by Xiaoye. Her little face flushed bright red immediately. She was actually being cabadoned. "Xiaoye, don't do anything rash, okay? It's still daytime." The corner of Xiaoye's mouth lifted slightly. He reached out and gently lifted Chengbingxi's fair chin. He said, "Then what counts?" "As not being rash, waiting till it's dark." Chengbingxi nodded subconsciously, then shook her head right away. Then she said shyly, "Oh, come on. Do whatever you want." Xiaoye stuffed the pill into Chengbingxi's mouth and told her to swallow it. "What is this?" "It melted right away in my mouth. There's no taste at all." Chengbingxi thought this pill was absolutely amazing. Xiaoye gently took off half of Chengbingxi's fox mask and made her look in the mirror. Chengbingxi quickly covered her eyes with both hands, too scared to look. Suddenly, she felt an itch on her right cheek and subconsciously tried to scratch it. But when she saw what her right cheek looked like, her eyes went wide instantly. "Xiaoye, what on earth is going on?" Under her shocked gaze, that huge scar actually started to fall off slowly, revealing a delicate, fair, and pretty face. When the scar had completely fallen off, her right cheek was as perfect and flawless as her left. Delicate and dewy, Chengbingxi opened her mouth wide in shock. Her rosy mouth was big enough to fit an egg inside. The effect of the beauty pill didn't stop there either. Her skin became even more translucent and fairer than before. Her hair was darker and shinier, and her autumn water-like eyes were even more bright and charming. Xiaoye stood watching from the side, very satisfied with the beauty pill's effect. Seeing the scar completely gone, a few tears rolled down from the corner of Cheng Bingshi's eyes. The huge hurdle that had been weighing on her heart all this time also vanished completely in an instant. She jumped onto Xiaoye all at once and kissed him directly. She shouted excitedly, "Xiaoye, I love you so much." A bright smile spread across Cheng Bingshi's face. She was over the moon. She hadn't felt this carefree in 2 whole years. She was convinced that Xiaoye was her fated Mr. Right. Xiaoye said hurriedly, "Hey, don't do anything rash now. This isn't the right time." But Cheng Bingshi was so fired up right now, burning with passion. She didn't care about anything else. Back in the train carriage, Jingran and Liu Ruyan, who had been forced to chug 2 big bottles of nutrient solution by the principal, were angrily arguing with the train attendant. "We need to use the bathroom. Why won't you let us leave our seats?" The attendant stared at the 2 of them indifferently and said, "The bathroom in this carriage is already occupied, and only 2 people are allowed to leave their seats at a time. Please wait patiently for a while. They'll be out soon." Jingren felt like his bladder was going to burst, but he held it in forcefully and comforted Liu Ruyan. "Let's just wait a bit. 10 minutes max. It'll definitely be our turn then." Liu Ruyan glared at him and didn't say anything else. Half an hour later, the train arrived safely at the youth training camp. That was when Xiaoye and Cheng Bingshi finally came out of the bathroom. They saw Liu Ruyan rush inside anxiously. Just as Jingran was about to follow her in, with a loud clank, the bathroom door was locked from the inside. Fine, you guys just take your sweet time." Jingran's face turned purple with anger. He had no choice but to rush out of the train and found a big tree to take care of his business under. The top students from number 2 high school and number 1 high school, who had already gotten off the train, saw Jingren rushing towards the woods. Someone couldn't help but say, "Is he going there to take a shit?" Everyone fell silent for a moment. "That's someone from number 3 high school. I remember number 3 high school used to have a school bell. I went to number 3 high several times to see her but never did. What's so good about her?" 2 years ago, magical beasts attacked number 3 high. Her face got disfigured, so she fell from her position as the school bell. Number 3 high seems to have a guy who had a super terrifying vision when he awakened his power. Wonder if he'll come to the youth training camp. Number 2 high has 6 pairs of contractors. No 1 high has 5 pairs of contractors. That's 23 people in total. Just then, Xiaoye held Cheng Bingshi's small hand, led the top students of number 3 high, and walked off the train. Everyone under the train immediately fixed their gaze on Xiaoye and Cheng Bingshi. "Hiss, that's a peerless beauty. Who said just now that her face was disfigured? No way. That's absolutely impossible. I even snuck into number 3 high to peek at her before. Her looks are insane. Only our number 1 high's era school bell can even compare to her. Wow, this guy is the ex-school bell's contractor, right? I'm so jealous." As the boys from number 1 and number 2 high exclaimed in amazement, the top female students who had contracted with them were not happy at all. They all used their usual remind him who's in charge trick. "Oh, what the hell? Who's pinching me?" "Oh, it's you, babe." "I'm sorry, honey. That fucking hurts. I won't do it again, I swear." Just then, a pretty muscular boy from number 1 high left his own contractor behind, walked up to Chen Bingshi alone, held out his hand with a big smile and said, "Hello, I'm a student from number 1 high. Yilurin with S-tier tiger template. Nice to meet you." Cheng Bingshi ignored his outstretched hand, instead hugged Xiaoye's arm tightly and said, "I'm Cheng Bingshi. This is my contractor, Xiaoye." The muscular boy, Yilurin's smile froze instantly. A glint of malice flashed in his eyes, but he quickly pulled his hand back, forced another smile and said, "You'll get to know me later." His tone was extremely firm. Right at this moment, a graceful figure walked over from behind and stood in front of the outsider. Pointing at the contractor he had left aside, she looked at the outsider with utter contempt and said, "You're abandoning your own wife just to hit on other pretty girls?" The outsider smiled awkwardly and went back to the contractor's side. The graceful figure then turned to face Chen Bingshi and greeted Xiaoye. "Let's get acquainted. I'm Nangong Xiao, a C-rank swimming dragon matrix. Her features are delicate and pretty. Her skin is as white and smooth as solidified fat. She has a tall, slender figure of 1.7 meters, She wears a flowing purple ancient-style robe, which makes her temperament look pure and otherworldly. The most eye-catching thing is definitely the huge object under her robe that looks like it's about to burst through the fabric. It's super hard to ignore. Isn't that what they call a tiny branch holding giant fruit? Xiaoye, this is Chen Bingxi. Xiaoye looked at the beautiful girl in front of him in shock, whose looks were no worse than Chen Bingxi's, and even surpassed her in a certain aspect. Wait, a mere swimming dragon matrix. How did someone with that get into the youth training camp? I know who you two are. This giant fruit girl, Nangong Xiao said excitedly. You're the Xiaoye who summoned purple ki stretching for 100,000 li from the east, that illuminated countless divine beasts, right? And you, Chen Bingxi, who has the SSS rank 9-tailed celestial fox matrix. You guys are so awesome. You're pretty awesome too. Xiaoye glanced at that huge mass and mumbled to himself in his head. Wow, so that's Xiaoye. Babe, look quick. That SSS rank beast tamer hottie. That purple kui phenomenon was so cool. The sky even went dark over the Awakening Plaza at our number 2 high school. Phenomenon? We had one at number 1 high school too. The rich heiress and school belle, Nangong Xiao, also had a huge phenomenon when she awakened. Too bad the test result was just a C-rank swimming dragon matrix. The top talents from number 1 and number 2 high school chattered among themselves. Rich school belle has a huge phenomenon, but only a C-rank matrix. Xiaoye felt something was off, so he used the system's detection function to check on this giant fruit-carrying girl. Name, Nangong Xiao. Matrix SSS rank 5-clawed golden dragon. Blue Star's rules are incomplete. When the matrix awakened, to absorb enough rule fragments, it is sealed in crystalline form. Contractor none. Xiaoye stared straight at the system panel. His jaw almost hit the floor in shock. SSS rank 5-clawed golden dragon. A 5-clawed golden dragon matrix on the same level as Chen Bingxi's. Too bad it's sealed. But she hasn't formed a contract with anyone yet. Chen Bingxi saw that Xiaoye was staring unashamedly at Nangong Xiao's huge chest, immediately used her remind him who's in charge trick, pinched the soft flesh on his waist, and twisted it a full 720 degrees. Ow! Xiaoye screamed in pain. Chen Bingxi asked through gritted teeth. Is it nice? Yeah, it's nice. Xiaoye grinned sheepishly. He was talking about the system panel, of course. Chen Bingxi stomped her foot in anger. She was really mad, because she could see the tops of her feet when she looked down. Nangong Xiao watched this scene and thought it was really warm. This must be the bond between family, right? Too bad I don't have that. She secretly made a note that the SSS rank talented Xiaoye has a thing for giant fruit, then went back to the number 1 high school group. Ever since Xiaoye showed up, he's stolen 6 glances at me. The longest one lasted 10 whole seconds. Nangong Xiao thought to herself, but she didn't think it was too out of line, compared to the boys from number 1 high school who drool and stare at her like perverts. Xiaoye's behavior was super mild, almost negligible even. If Xiaoye knew what she was thinking, he'd definitely yell out that he was wronged. I'm innocent. I was looking at the system panel, okay? Then led by the 3 team captains. These top talents walked towards the gate of the youth training camp. At the entrance of the youth training camp, 2 teams of uniformed greeting guards had long been waiting. One team was all men, the other was all women. Suddenly, that muscular boy, the outsider, ran over to the greeting team captain and said something to him. The greeting team captain nodded and bowed repeatedly and agreed very respectfully and even glanced in Xiaoye's direction. Just as everyone was about to enter the youth training camp, the uniformed greeting team stopped them. Hold it. Everyone stopped in their tracks, looking confused. The uniformed greeting team captain scanned the crowd, the corner of his mouth twitching up slightly. So you're the so-called top talents the base city has been making such a big fuss about training. If you want to get into the training camp today, you have to pass my test first. When the greeting team members heard this, they started whispering among themselves. I don't remember this test being in the rules. So what if it's not? We can add it. This training ground originally belongs to our city defense army, and now we have to give it up to them. On top of that, we're made to be greeting guards to keep order. And now we even have to be examiners, that's right. We need to let them know getting into this training camp isn't easy. Otherwise, our month of hard work preparing this place was for nothing. The top talents from the 3 high schools thought this was a normal part of the process, so they all stopped. The greeting team captain was very satisfied. He continued, there are 3 teams from 3 high schools. As long as each team captain can last 1 minute against us, without being defeated, you pass the test. If you don't, you'll have to spend the night out in the wild. Of course, I'll suppress my power to tier 1. If you pass the test, every member of each team will get a Tier 1 crystal core as a reward. Now all team captains step forward. The captains of number 3 high school are Xiaoye and Chen Bingxi. The captains of number 2 high school are a little fat boy and a girl. The captain of number 1 high school is actually Nangong Xiao, and she's alone. Looking at the captains who stepped forward, the greeting team captain frowned and said to Nangong Xiao, "Why are you alone? Where's your contractor?" Nangong Xiao replied with a smile, "Report, sir. I don't have a contractor, but I hope you can let all 3 teams enter. I can give you 36 Otherworld crystal cores personally." When the greeting team captain heard this, his pupils shrank suddenly. He thought to himself, "What's this girl's background? She's being so generous." The vice captain of the greeting team standing next to him, who was also his contractor, whispered a reminder in his ear. "This is Nangong Xiao, the princess of the Mengyuan base city, daughter of the Grandmaster Realm City Lord." The greeting team captain sucked in a sharp breath. He had no idea she had such a powerful background. Would she hold a grudge against me for adding this test without permission? Just as he was panicking internally, the system's voice rang out in Xiaoye's mind. Host has triggered an event. Mission triggered, defeat the Tier 1 greeting team captain. Reward, 100 evolution points. Rule fragment crystal. A crystal formed after the world's rules shattered can be used to fix incomplete rules in personal matrices. Accept mission. No penalty for refusing. No penalty for mission failure. Hearing the reward included a rule fragment crystal, Xiaoye was very surprised, because it was exactly what he needed to lift. The seal on Nangong Xiao's matrix. Once the seal is lifted, that's a 5-clawed golden dragon. Whether in my past life or in this current apocalypse, Eastern dragons are legendary existences. System, accept the mission. Congratulations, host. Mission accepted successfully. Even if he had the rule fragment crystal, Xiaoye wouldn't give it to Nangong Xiao for free, unless she agreed to his terms. Xiaoye grinned, his mind already on. Nangong Xiao, you don't want to stick with C-grade templates your whole life, do you? Earlier, he defeated Jing Ran and received a mission reward of 100 evolution points. Xiaoye thought about using these evolution points to upgrade the form of his summoned beast, the White Fox. After all, upgrading gives him an extra life and unlocks conceptual innate skills. That temptation is way too hard to resist. Summoned beast form upgrade function. 9-tailed celestial fox. 1 tail, 0-100 evolution points required. Current evolution points 100. Xiaoye spent all the evolution points without hesitation. Right after that, the system panel updated to 9-tailed celestial fox 2 tails, 0-200 evolution points. At that very moment, Xiaoye and Chen Bingxi both felt a mysterious sensation appear in their minds. Innate skill, divine charm. Puts enemies' minds in a state of confusion for a certain period of time. Group skill, divine defection. Forcefully instills thoughts. Compels enemies to switch their attack targets. Single target skill, absolute true damage. Any physical attack dealt, ignores all enemy defenses, and deals true damage to the enemy. That's so freaking awesome. Xiaoye's eyes lit up. That last innate skill, absolute true damage, is exactly the conceptual skill he just awakened. It bypasses all defenses to deal true damage. Xiaoye, who has played Honor of Kings, knows exactly how overpowered this innate skill is. No matter if you have god-tier defensive equipment, or an SSS-grade template defensive skill, or even a tank with extremely high maximum HP, none of that works against absolute true damage. Xiaoye was full of anticipation for the upcoming fight with the greeting team captain. "Sir, we're here to challenge you." Just as Xiaoye was checking through the updates on his panel, the 2 team leads from Second High stepped forward and shouted at the greeting team captain, full of fighting spirit, "You two are pretty good." The greeting team captain nodded at the Second High leads, then turned to look at Nangong Xiao and said with a smile, "You don't need to go through the trouble. Since you haven't formed a contract yet, your team doesn't have to take the trial." That was obviously letting them off easy. The buff teen from First High's contractor team, Hilurin curled the corner of his mouth upwards and stole a glance at Xiaoye, a smug look on his face. Then the 2 Second High leads activated their contract power and summoned a devil butterfly. The devil butterfly emitted a gloomy, terrifying aura that made people feel as if they were in the dead of night, walking alone through a mass grave. It was a spirit-type summoned beast that had just reached the 1st rank. Devil butterfly level 2. The vice captain of the greeting team also activated his contract power. Thud, thud! Thud! A silver-white gorilla brimming with berserk energy appeared in front of everyone. It kept pounding its chest, making loud thudding noises. The greeting team vice captain suppressed his power level to early first rank. Watch out! The silver-white gorilla grabbed a huge boulder and hurled it fiercely at the devil butterfly. The devil butterfly dodged while quickly activating its innate skill, Ghost Whale. Reduces enemies' mental strength, distracts them, and as a result, lowers their combat power. Ooh. Everyone felt as if they were dragged into a mass grave, with whispers of wild ghosts and howls of wolves ringing in their ears. This scene gave many people goosebumps all over their bodies. Thud! The devil butterfly flapped its wings, but failed to fully dodge the boulder. Its tail was grazed and broke off, and fell to the ground. The summon was forcefully dispelled, and they reverted back to human form. The Second High team lost. All the contractors from Second High were shocked. The S-grade template Devil Butterfly was actually this weak. The two captains of Second High had a look in their eyes that was both innocent and dumbfounded, muttering, "We lost already." Nangong Xiao seemed to have expected this result long ago. Her expression was calm. Then she looked curiously at Xiao Ye, thinking, it's an SSS grade template, right? It should last at least a minute, right? Yilurin, on the other hand, was full of excitement, just waiting to see Xiao Ye make a fool of himself. Trash! All of you are trash! The gorilla actually spoke human words. It turned out the greeting team captain was speaking through its mouth. It pointed at all the contractors and cursed angrily. The base spent so many resources training you, and this is what we get? A bunch of trash. You call yourselves geniuses. You're totally useless in a fight. In my opinion, you should all just get lost and stop wasting time here. An S-grade template summoned beast. Can't even beat my first-grade template summoned beast. You're so embarrassing. The main and vice captains of Second High turned bright red from the scolding. They were full of resentment in their hearts. All the contractors from the first team stared furious at the gorilla's words. But there was nothing they could do. After all, they really couldn't beat him. With their little, inexperienced combat skills, they simply couldn't go up against the battle-hardened greeting team captain. Just when everyone thought there was nothing they could do, Xiaoya spoke loudly, pointing right at the gorilla's nose, and said firmly, "They can't do it. I'll beat you." Xiaoya took Chen Bingxi's hand and walked over to the huge boulder that had hit the devil butterfly earlier. He activated his contract power and began summoning. Mysterious, dreamy, and dazzling light appeared as a faint shadow slowly rose from the ground, as if it had been pulled from the illusory world into reality. Nine-tailed celestial fox. The one-tailed form white fox, holy and noble, and agile, appeared on top of the boulder. That extremely mysterious aura made everyone feel like their spirit had been completely purified. So this is the SSS grade template summoned beast. So cool! Is this really the nine-tailed celestial fox? That pure white fur? I really want to pet it. It looks really elegant, but it doesn't look like it has much attack power. Nangong Xiao was also looking at it curiously, the one-tailed white fox muttering in a low voice. So this is the SSS grade template. It's actually pretty cool. The gorilla thought to himself, finally, it's your turn. Son of the city military pavilion master. Let me teach you a lesson. You can't run away today. Even though your summoned beast is SSS grade, I can't hurt you badly. But it's fine if I make you suffer a little. You should know, the City Protection Military Pavilion is the official military organization of every base city. The pavilion master is the highest official on the same rank as the base city mayor. Boom! The gorilla leaped into the air, moving in a parabolic arc, and slammed towards the one-tailed white fox. The holy white fox relied on its instinctive dynamic vision and easily dodged this attack. The gorilla crashed into the ground, creating a small crater. The holy white fox's eyes turned cold instantly and quietly activated its innate skill, Divine Charm. A wave of energy hit the gorilla. The gorilla's berserk aura stopped abruptly. Its mind became muddled. Its gaze turned vacant. And it just stood there in a daze. Where am I? Who am I? What am I supposed to do? This pretty white fox. If I sit on it, will it cry? I have 2 teams of greeters here. I can punch one each time. Can I beat them all flat? Why is there a bunch of kids staring at me over there? If I throw a big rock at them, will it make them dizzy and disoriented? Now's the time. Absolute true damage. Any physical attack dealt ignores all enemy defenses and deals 100% true damage. You like throwing rocks, don't you? Today I'll let you taste what it's like to be hit by a rock. Under everyone's shocked gazes, the holy white fox tossed the huge boulder under its paw high into the air and slammed it hard onto the gorilla's neck. A deafening bang exploded in everyone's ears. The gorilla jolted awake from its dazed state. It gasped sharply at the searing pain in its neck. Its neck had taken a heavy blow. Both airflow and blood circulation were cut off. The gorilla felt a sharp wave of dizziness hit its head. It crashed to the ground with a heavy thud and passed out cold. The commanding officer's in great shape, huh? He just conked out right away. After Xiaoye exited the summoning state, he joked teasingly. A buff teenage boy saw the popular girl looking shocked at Xiaoye and said bitterly, jealousy oozing from his tone. The instructor just didn't give it his all. Xiaoye only won by pure luck. If we did it again, he definitely wouldn't win for sure. Nangong Xiao tilted her head and retorted, "Oh, so can you beat the instructor easily?" Just like Xiaoye and the others. The random passerby's face flushed bright red from the question. He stammered, No, I can't." Seeing the guy was too flustered to speak, Nangong Xiao answered for him directly. All the talented contractors present were completely stunned by the sheer power of the SSS tier master template summoned beast, especially the two summoners of the devil butterflies. The couple from second high school. The way they looked at Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi was filled to the brim with admiration. "Babe, starting today, Xiaoye is my new male idol. I feel like my whole life, I'm gonna be living in his shadow. I get it, I've got so much to learn. From a strong guy like Xiaoye too. Oh my gosh, babe. Idol Xiaoye is so sweet to his girlfriend. I love that so much. If you were as pretty as Campus Queen Cheng, I'd be super sweet to you too. Are you looking for a beating? Am I not pretty enough for you? You're sleeping on the floor tonight." The young couple started bickering, out of nowhere mid-conversation. Cheng Bingxi looked at Xiaoye curiously and asked, "Xiaoye, how did our summoned beast awaken a new innate skill out of nowhere? That's true damage, for crying out loud. That's so overpowered." "I love it so much." Xiaoye smiled mysteriously. He said, "You want to know why it awakened? Lean your ear closer if you do. I'll tell you secretly." Cheng Bingxi saw how sneaky he was being, and her curiosity grew even stronger. She leaned over and asked, "Why is it?" Xiaoye blew a soft breath near her ear and made up a random answer. "When we exercise together, it boosts our mutual rapport with each other, which in turn strengthens our contract power. Before you know it, the summoned beast awakens a new innate skill." "Oh my god, that's even a thing." Cheng Bingxi looked completely shocked. Xiaoye looked at her and nodded. Cheng Bingxi's face flushed pink. She said, "Then we need to exercise more often." Defeated level 1 gorilla. Mission complete. Reward, 100 evolution points. 1 rule fragment crystal has been stored in the system space. Congratulations, host. Rule fragment crystal has automatically claimed its owner. Owner binding successful. After binding to host Xiaoye, no matter where the host places or uses the crystal, you can retrieve it at any time. The rule fragment. Crystal binds automatically and can be retrieved whenever I want. Xiaoye felt a surge of joy in his heart. I already have one now, but I have no idea how many are needed to unlock Nangong Xiao's template. In the high tower of the training camp, 2 imposing middle-aged men watched the entire assessment from start to finish. "Lao Yi, your son is still as willful as ever. He hasn't changed a bit. He's the kind of guy that never gives up until he hits a brick wall. He never listens to other people's advice. He only learns his lesson when he suffers the consequences himself." Maybe so. I'm telling you, my daughter actually has an SSS tier feral beast template. Do you believe me? I do. I saw the strange phenomenon when she awakened. It was almost the same scale as the phenomenon when Cheng Bingxi from 3rd high awakened. But the test result said C tier. That's also a fact. I've never heard of a case like this before. You need to understand. And your son needs to understand even more. There's no way my daughter will ever form a contract with him. They're not from the same world to begin with. They're just strangers passing by each other. He's just too infatuated. The 2 men fell silent for a long while before they continued talking. After this training camp, our base city's overall score in this year's college entrance exam won't be dead last anymore, right? Don't be so sure. As far as I know, the neighboring base city, that was second to last in last year's exam, also opened a youth training camp this year. We need to find a chance to meet those 2 kids, Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi, the talented students from the 3 local high schools. The contractors were led into the training camp by the welcome team. The contractors lined up on an open, flat ground. The welcome team captain, who had woken up by then, introduced to everyone. The two bald instructors next to him. During the 1-month training camp, these two will be your instructors. Don't underestimate them just because their heads are shiny enough to be light bulbs. And look down on them. They were transferred here from the Imperial capital 10 years ago. SS tier feral beast template summoners. SS tier template. Immediately, everyone's attention shifted to the two instructors. The welcome team captain continued his introduction. You guys are really lucky. He was originally the instructor of our hunting team, known as the training maniac. The bald male instructor took off his shirt, revealing his veiny muscles and 8-pack abs. Everyone was shocked. Across the male instructor's entire upper body, it was covered densely with white, healed scars. They looked absolutely horrifying, enough to make anyone gasp in horror. 1896 scars. The bald male instructor suddenly said. He rolled up the sleeve of the bald female instructor, revealing her arm as well, which was also covered in dense white scars. Both of us have 1896 scars on our bodies. These are the marks left by over 500 hell-level missions we've completed in the past 10 years. His voice suddenly rose in volume. We don't regret any of this. We're proud of it. We feel honored. Because every single scar on our bodies is a contribution we made to the Dragon Kingdom. Everyone was completely shaken. How much suffering have they gone through? How many tough days have they lived through? Everyone felt a deep sense of respect for them. In this disaster-ridden apocalypse, the reason they were able to grow up safely is because there are people carrying the burden for them. Seeing the look on everyone's faces, the bald instructor nodded in satisfaction. Then he changed the subject and said, our mission this time is to train you into decisive, ruthless, iron-willed talents who can adapt to any situation in the wild. And we'll get our base city's overall score. Out of the last place in this year's college entrance exam, we've rated this mission as hell-level difficulty. All the talented students present were dumbfounded. Getting out of last place is hell level. The team leader of Second High, his face flushed bright red with frustration, and said extremely defiantly, don't look down on us. Are we really that bad? Some people chimed in agreement. Exactly, Chung Bingshi shouted at the top of her lungs. Why are you being such a coward? If we're gonna aim, we aim for first place. Everyone present immediately turned their gaze to Chung Bingshi. Their looks pretty much said, that's so damn badass. Valiant young girl. Nangong Xiao stared at Chung Bingshi with sparkling eyes. It seemed like a switch for some special preference of hers had just been flipped. Chung Bingshi was suddenly the center of everyone's attention. My face flushed instantly. Then he said in a super firm tone, even second to last is fine. Everyone almost fell over when they heard that, spouting the most cowardly line in the most determined voice. You really are something else. Xiaoye said fighting for first place was way too much hassle. It's better to just go with the flow. With his natural talent, as long as he doesn't end up dead last in the college entrance exam, it's all good. Right at this moment, the system's voice suddenly rang out in his head. Host's exposure to relevant event detected. Phase mission triggered. Rank first nationwide individually. The city's overall score ranks in the top 10 nationwide. Reward: Supreme Mysterious Grand Prize. Accept mission. No penalty for declining. No penalty for mission failure. Xiaoye! Whoa, this Supreme Mysterious Grand Prize sounds super fancy and impressive already. It's super cool and high class. System: mission accepted successfully. Xiaoye said he didn't care about the reward at all. He just wanted to win honor for Mangyuan Base City. We beast tamers are full of courage and spirit. We are tough, unyielding men. Of course I have to fight for first place against all those geniuses. Of course I have to get our base city's overall college entrance exam score into the top 10 nationwide. Mangyuan Base City has been dead last for 10 consecutive sessions. The bald drill sergeant, a total training maniac, glanced over the contractors below. In the past 10 sessions, do you think the base city officials and the schools didn't take any countermeasures at all? The contractors present fell silent at that, but most of them were still somewhat unconvinced. The bald drill sergeant let out a cold sneer and revealed a number, rank 9. That was the realm of last year's National College Entrance Exam top scorer. When he took the exam, he crossed realms to kill a masterclass magical beast at rank 9 back then, and took the top scorer title. A rank 9 killing a master. The National College Entrance Exam top scorer. The contractors' minds were completely blown. They finally came to face the reality. Rank 9 is an incredibly powerful, distant realm. The guy who just got back from the bathroom heard this number, as if he remembered something. His face was full of shock. Rank 9 defeating a master. SSS grade template, insanely strong at cross-realm combat. He was still in his first year of college back then. That top scorer was the #1 trending topic on every platform. Summoned Beasts realms start from rank 1, and above rank 9 is the Master Realm. The plump girl Nangong Xiao clenched her fists tightly. Her beautiful eyes were wide open. Even Chen Bingxi fell uncharacteristically silent. The highest combat power in Mangyuan Bay City is only at the Master Realm. Master Realm! It's enough to be enshrined in any city. Garrison Force highest commander level. Host has triggered an event mission. Phase mission triggered. Win the National College Entrance Exam first place. The Bay City's overall score enters the top 10 nationwide. Current mission requirement. Within 1 week, raise Summoned Beasts Realm to rank 5. Reward, 100 evolution points, 1 rule fragment crystal. Drill Sergeant, last year our Mangyuan Bay City's top scorer. What realm was he at? Xiaoye asked. The bald drill sergeant glanced at Xiaoye in surprise and said,
Rank 3.
Now it was the contractors below's turn to be shocked. The gap between different base cities is really this huge. Mangyuan Base City's top scorer is rank 3, while the national top scorer is rank 9. Just a difference in the rank number. But the gap is worlds apart. There's simply no comparison at all. Next, let's talk about basic resource allocation. Every week, each team of regular contractors can receive 10 rank 1 crystal cores. Each team of S-rank contractors can receive 20 rank 1 crystal cores. Each team of SSS rank contractors can receive 10 rank 2 crystal cores. Besides that, every team of contractors present, after completing each training session, can receive corresponding crystal core rewards. Now, we'll assign dorms. The bald drill sergeant paused mid-sentence here and looked over the already contracted pairs of contractors present. The dorms are co-ed contract rooms. 1 pair of contractors per room. If I find out any pair of contractors is living separately, I'll put them through hell-level devil training. As punishment, below the stage, the male students who only contracted with female trainees were over the moon when they heard this. Hell yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Woohoo, xiao. Did you hear that? The drill sergeant wants us to live in the same room. I heard it, you idiot. Let go of me! Xiaoye sighed with emotion. Co-ed dorms. This would have been the top trending topic in my past life for sure. But it's standard practice in this apocalyptic blue star. What? If a pair of contractors doesn't want to live together, the instructors will help teach them a lesson, even hang them up and beat them. Silence! The bald drill sergeant continued speaking at this point. No training today. All trainees, get familiar with the environment first. Get to know the dining and living areas, and collect this week's basic resources. Dismissed. Xiaoye and Chen Bingxi first went to collect this week's cultivation resources. They are SSS rank contractors, so they can get 10 rank 2 crystal cores per week. After collecting the crystal cores, the two walked to the dorm area together. This is a whole area of apartment buildings. Their room number is 001, even though it's called a single room. It's actually a small apartment, with a living room, kitchen, and bedroom all fully equipped, but there's only 1 bedroom. They arrived at 2 p.m. and 4 or 5 hours have passed by now. Xiaoye and Chen Bingxi planned to wash up and rest. Chen Bingxi went into the bathroom. Xiaoye waited outside. Xiaoye, I left my clothes outside. Bring them in for me. Not this one. Huh, why is there a piece missing from this clothing?
Get another one.
Hurry up, you idiot. Xiaoye, this is a bunny girl costume. Why did you bring the wedding dress over? I don't need the underwear. Who wears that at home? You can't even get the clothes right. In the end, Chen Bingxi was wearing nothing like the emperor's new clothes. Came out herself to pick a nightgown. She put the wedding dress over the nightgown. Xiaoye saw the whole thing, his eyes wide with shock. Chen Bingxi's face flushed slightly. She sat down next to him and said, Xiaoye, if you think it's too much trouble, I won't ask you to get my clothes anymore. Xiaoye shook his head rapidly and said, No trouble at all. Do this more often in the future. I like it a lot. Even though Chen Bingxi's figure isn't as curvy as the plump girl's, she still has a perfect golden ratio figure. Completely flawless. It's such a feast for the eyes. So refreshing to look at. But, Xiaoye asked a bit confused, Do you like wearing wedding dresses? Of course, I finally tricked you into being mine. What else would I wear? Chen Bingxi huffed. I've had a crush on you since freshman year of high school. Who knew you were so cold and aloof back then? Like no one was allowed to get close to you. You were even colder than me. Luckily, I'm smart. I came up with the excuse of being your bro to get close to you. Xiaoya thought about it carefully and realized something horrifying. He couldn't help but ask. No wonder you kept asking me questions every day back then. Your grades were better than mine. You were the top student in the whole school. I was second. Then you even volunteered to be my desk mate, and you were my desk mate for 3 whole years. Damn you, Chen Bingxi. I treated you as my bro, and you were actually craving my body and wanted to be my wife. A proud, triumphant look appeared on Chen Bingxi's face. When my desk mate was still innocent and naive, of course I had to trick you into being mine. After the magical beast attack in freshman year, your grades dropped. That's how I was able to get first place in academic subjects. After Xiaoya finished speaking, Chen Bingxi fell silent. The monster attack in his first year of high school was his nightmare. Looking at his silent little girlfriend, Xiaoya said, "Let's go to sleep. We have training tomorrow after all." Chen Bingxi shook her head. "I finally tricked you into being mine, you know? You signed a contract with me. We're husband and wife already. I want to spend every night together with you as man and wife." Xiaoye was speechless with embarrassment. How did I not know this buddy was this crazy before? If I'd known earlier, that would have been so cool. A loud knock, knock, knock came at the door. Xiaoye opened the door. He poked his head out quietly, little by little. He saw an exquisitely beautiful face. She suddenly leaned in until she was only a centimeter away from Xiaoye and said, "Classmate Xiaoye, can I come in and chat for a bit?" She is widely adored by all the boys and girls on campus. Right now, her face was full of pleading. Her big, round, beautiful eyes looked so cute and dazed. Xiaoye could smell the sweet fragrance coming off her body. "Who is it? We're about to go to bed." Chen Bingxi came over to take a look. "It's Nangong Xiao." She pulled her right in. The movement was pretty big and caused her ample chest to bounce, which was quite a feast for Xiaoye's eyes. "That's insane, so freaking insane. Is it really okay for her to come here in pajamas?" Xiaoye followed behind and sat on the sofa. Chen Bingxi asked curiously, "Nangong Xiao, you haven't signed a contract with a beast tamer yet. How are you going to train next?" The sweet girl wrapped her arms around Chen Bingxi's arm. The two of them leaned against the sofa. A few traces of excitement flashed deep in her eyes. On the surface, her expression was normal. She replied, "I'll just join the training alone, duh. I can do it even without a summoned beast." "Your skin is so nice, Sister Bingxi." The sweet girl stroked Chen Bingxi's cheek. The excitement in her eyes grew stronger. Chen Bingxi felt a little uncomfortable. This was the first time a girl had touched her face like this. So she cut in and said, "Yours is nice too. It's just as fair." The sweet girl asked, "Can I come hang out with you often in the future?" "Sure, come whenever you want." The two of them were getting along great chatting. Xiaoya couldn't get a word in edgewise next to them. So he asked the system in his head, "System, for Nangong Xiao, how many rule fragment crystals do I need to complete her template?" The system did not respond. "Come on, system bro, answer me." The system did not respond. "System grandpa, please answer me." Handsome system. Good-looking system. Pretty system lady. The system still gave no response. Xiaoye cursed loudly in his head. "You goddamn system bastard." What a piece of crap system. It's not even slightly intelligent. The system still did not react. Xiaoye finally figured out how this system works. It's basically a machine that only runs according to specific programming. Right then, the rule fragment crystal suddenly started glowing. Xiaoye received some information. SSS Class 5-clawed Golden Dragon summoned beasts have gone extinct in this universe. To manifest a 5-clawed Golden Dragon summoned beast template out of thin air, you need 12 rule fragment crystals. That's more than what other SSS Class templates require. To find out for Nangong Xiao how many rule fragment crystals are needed to complete her template, you have to scan her body first to see how much rule power her template absorbed. When she awakened, this was the information transmitted by the rule fragment crystal. Xiaoye only remembered then that the rule fragment crystal had already recognized him as its master. After recognizing its master, even if he lent it to the sweet girl to use, he could take it back any time. "I'll take you out later. Don't make any noise, okay?" After giving that instruction, Xiaoye took the crystal out of the system space. "Hurry up and scan. Just don't cause any strange phenomena." Nangong Xiao was snuggled up close to Chen Bingxi. The two were chatting happily. Suddenly, Nangong Xiao felt a sensation all over her body that was extremely comfortable and felt amazing. Nangong Xiao's beautiful eyes lit up. She liked snuggling up to Chen Bingxi even more now. SSS Class 5-clawed Golden Dragon template. Completion rate, 84%. 2 more rule fragment crystals are needed for full manifestation. This message appeared in Xiaoye's mind. 2? I only have 1 on me right now. Oh right, the system issued a mission. The mission is to raise the summoned beast's rank to tier 5. Within 1 week. Mission reward, 100 evolution points, 1 rule fragment crystal. System, accept the mission. This time, the system responded immediately. Mission accepted successfully. If I complete the mission, plus the 100 evolution points I got from defeating the welcome team captain, I'll have 200 evolution points total. That's enough to upgrade the 2D form to 3D form. 2 rule fragment crystals are enough to complete the sweet girl's template. So Xiaoye put away the rule fragment crystal and asked Nangong Xiao if someone could restore your SSS class template. How would you repay them? The sweet girl. Nangong Xiao looked stunned for a second. Then she reacted and said, how do you know I have an SSS class template? Did my dad tell you? Guess. Just answer my question first. Xiaoye took a sip of tea. He smiled and the sweet girl's expression turned serious. She puffed out her chest and held her head high. Her ample chest looked even more impressive. Then I'll marry them and devote myself to them for life. Pfft. Xiaoye spat out a mouthful of tea. He exclaimed, are you serious? More serious than anything. Nangong Xiao nodded. Then she said with extreme disappointment, but who has that kind of ability anyway? My dad looked through so many materials. This kind of situation has never happened before. I'm the only case. I've already prepared myself to never sign a contract for my whole life. So you're planning to be alone forever? Xiaoye complained in his head. In this day and age, signing a contract is the same as getting a marriage license. If you don't sign a contract, are you gonna live alone your whole life? Then Nangong Xiao left. Her back looked so desolate. Her shadow stretched long behind her. Chung Bingxi jumped onto Xiaoye right away and said, come on, let's go back to the bedroom. We can't waste such a beautiful night. Xiaoye asked, do you want to turn into your animal ear girl form? Chung Bingxi shook her head hard. 4 a.m. the next morning, Xiaoye got up very early. He did it just to cultivate. His goal is to raise his summoned beast's rank to tier 5. Within 1 week. This isn't just to complete the mission, it's also for the sake of my future happiness. Chung Bingxi's nightgown had been thrown who knows where long ago. She was lying on the bed like an octopus. 1 minute later, she was forcibly woken up. After the two washed up, they started cultivating. Xiaoye and Chung Bingxi, who were already dressed in formal clothes, immediately mobilized their contract power and started summoning the two-tailed form Holy White Tiger. Mysterious energy spread out all around. A phantom appeared from the ground. The summoned beast seemed to be pulled from illusion into reality and appeared alive on the flat ground. This was the two-tailed form Holy White Tiger. Compared to the one-tailed form, the two-tailed form isn't just one extra tail. Skill strength, physical strength, cultivation speed, all increase accordingly. Xiaoye and Chung Bingxi's bodies disappeared. Their consciousnesses appeared inside the Holy White Fox's mind. 10 Tier 2 crystal cores. These are the weekly cultivation resources we collected yesterday. After swallowing 1 Tier 2 crystal core, Xiaoye could feel a far larger amount of energy than Tier 1. Crystal cores give flowing all through his body. Nangong Xiao could sense the immense power of the SSS Tier Master template. She grew even more eager to find a way to restore the Master template. As long as they can restore the SSS Tier, they would give anything to make that happen. Eventually, Xiaoye and his companion also reached their physical limit. Half an hour later, they finished the 300 kilos weight-bearing training. The two of them collapsed onto the ground, sitting there. Sweat poured wildly down their foreheads and chins, dripping onto the grass. The S-tier contractors in the second group hadn't finished their training yet, but Yilurin looked at how exhausted Xiaoye and the other guy were, and he was secretly overjoyed. The bald instructor marked down rewards for Xiaoye and his companion, plus for Xiaoye and Chengbing, 6 second-tier crystal cores for each of them. That adds up to 12 second-tier crystal cores per person. 24 second-tier crystal cores in total. Huff, huff, huff! Nangong Xiao finally finished her 50-kilo weight-bearing training. She lay down next to Xiaoye and Chengbing, gasping for air. Her chest heaved up and down. Muscular young man. Yilurin stared at the 3 people lying on the grass. The smile on his face froze again. He growled in anger. Damn it, he's so dead. Yilurin was consumed with jealousy. Why is Nangong Xiao so close to Xiaoye and Chung Bingxi, but so cold to me? We grew up together. We're childhood sweethearts, for God's sake. Yilurin's throat went dry. He lost his balance for a second and almost fell to the ground. Luckily, as a summoner of an S-tier ferocious beast, his physical constitution was pretty strong. He finished the training in the end. We'll have ferocious beast contact training this afternoon. Everyone get ready. The bald instructor addressed the contractors who had finished their training, reminding them about the ferocious beast contact training. Hearing this, Yilurin's eyes lit up. The specific content of the ferocious beast contact training. He knew it perfectly. It's for newbies to summon their contracted beasts and try to fight against ferocious beasts for the first time. I've got the token with me. I'll assign Xiaoye and Chengbing to fight the ferocious beast with the strongest defense. They'll definitely make a fool of themselves. That's every newbie's worst nightmare, you know? Yilurin was thrilled just thinking about it. The higher the difficulty, the better the reward for completing the training. But can Xiaoye even pull this off? No way, absolutely no way. Time flew by and soon it was afternoon. All the contractors were ready to go. They lined up in an orderly manner downstairs of the dormitory. First group, contractors with SSS tier summoned beasts. Xiaoye and Chengbing. Second group, contractors with S tier summoned beasts. 6 people, 3 male and 3 female. Yilurin is among them. Third group, contractors with A tier summoned beasts. 18 people, 9 male and 9 female. Fourth group, only Nangong Xiao, who hasn't formed a contract yet. The bald instructor led the 4 teams, heading to the magical beast training ground. Unlike this morning, inside the magical beast training ground, the city guard troops were also training. The magical beast training ground is similar to a sports plaza, but it's a little different. It's divided into separate zones. In each zone, there are magical beasts restrained by chains or barriers, unable to move freely. Deep in the innermost training zone, a giant python was wrapping its thick body around a ferocious black tortoise magical beast. The black tortoise retracted into its shell covered in magical runes. The shell flickered with eerie fluorescent light. Even as the giant python squeezed with all its might, it couldn't hurt the tortoise in the slightest. Time's up. The giant python released the black tortoise and moved to the safe zone and transformed into 2 humans. They said exhaustedly, "We failed. We couldn't kill this magical tortoise. This batch of rookie hunting teams is way too mediocre. None of them can even finish the hell-level training," their training instructor said, sounding extremely disappointed. Just then, the bald instructor led the 4 teams and arrived at the magical beast training ground and assigned the training tasks to everyone. Next, all teams summon your contracted beasts and guide them into the magical beast zones. You just need to stay inside the zone for a set amount of time without escaping. You don't need to defeat or kill the magical beast, and you'll have completed the training. Those who complete the training will get coins and rewards as usual. Enter the magical beast zones now. The contractors tensed up immediately when they heard this. They learned a lot about magical beasts in class, but this is the first time they've come into contact with real ones. Report, instructor. If we defeat or even kill the magical beast, do we have to pay compensation? Chengbingxi's beautiful eyes were fixed on the magical beasts, sparkling with excitement. The bald instructor gave her a surprised look. He curled his lip and said, "If you can defeat or even kill the magical beast, not only do you not have to pay compensation, your reward will be multiplied. Defeating it gets you 5 times the reward. Killing it gets you 10 times the reward." Got it. She was so eager that she almost rushed in right away. To go on a rampage in the magical beast zone, summon your template ferocious beasts immediately. Enter the first tier magical beast zones. The bald instructor ordered. Just then, a message alert went off in the bald instructor's pocket. He took out the device and checked. It was a message from the pavilion master of the city guard. SSS tier contractors can't be trained with regular standards. Their training load must be doubled to the maximum limit. Starting from hell-level difficulty, only then can their full potential be unlocked. He put away the messaging device. The bald instructor understood. The pavilion master, the highest commander of the city guard, valued Xiaoye and Chengbingxi very much. Otherwise, he wouldn't have sent a special reminder. Before every training session, just then, the contractors had already summoned their beasts, which appeared in their forms. Immediately, the field was filled with first group, the holy 2-tailed white fox. Second group, black wolf king, golden magic sound demon butterfly. Third group, dream spirit butterfly, white snake, black patterned brute. Fourth group, the pure young girl Nangong Xiao, who hasn't summoned a beast yet. Her thin figure looked a little lonely and desolate. She stared at the summoned beast next to her with eyes full of envy. She longed for her own summoned beast more than anything. But when she saw the 2-tailed white fox, her eyes immediately lit up like stars. She wanted to hug it and snuggle with it. After the bald instructor, arranged for the second group and third group to enter the magical beast zones. The fourth group stayed by the side to watch. First group, come with me. The bald instructor led the Holy White Fox and Nanggong Xiao to the magical beast training hall. In the largest innermost zone, there are 12 small zones in total. One of them is the magic rune black tortoise zone. Starting from the first tier black tortoise, as long as you stay in the zone for 10 full minutes, you complete the training. The bald instructor pointed at a small magical beast zone. Magical beast contact training is training for your mindset to help you overcome your irrational fear of magical beasts. Getting up close with magical beasts, for newbies, helps you understand them better. Inside the magical beast zone, the two-tailed white fox stared at the magic rune black tortoise. The magic rune black tortoise emitted a terrifying magical light, then quickly retracted into its shell. With a loud clank, it fell to the ground and didn't move. The holy white fox stared at it, looking it up and down. Soon 10 minutes passed. The first training session was completed. The bald instructor wrote down in his notebook, Xiaoye, Cheng Bingxi, 1 second-tier crystal core per person, 26 second-tier crystal cores in total. Instructor, since we've finished this training session, let's start the second one. Next, the 12 small zones in the innermost area. 6 of them have first-tier magical beasts. 6 of them have second-tier magical beasts. The Holy White Fox stayed in each zone for 10 minutes. These magical beasts have their movements restricted. Staying 10 minutes in a first-tier beast zone rewards 6 second-tier crystal cores per person. Staying 10 minutes in a second-tier beast zone rewards 60 second-tier crystal cores per person. The bald instructor wrote down Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi in his small notebook. Rewards 132 Tier 2 crystal cores. Total 158 Tier 2 crystal cores. The bald instructor was a little disappointed with the white fox. SS Tier original feral beast. Are we just looking at this one? Little did they know, this is just Xiaoye's trick to milk extra benefits. Instructor, we're done warming up. We can start formal training now. A voice came from the sacred white fox. Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi had already discussed this long ago. To squeeze as many benefits from the youth training camp as possible, staying in the magical beast area for 10 minutes grants crystal core rewards. Defeating these magical beasts also grants crystal core rewards. Killing these magical beasts grants additional crystal core rewards. That's 3 rounds of rewards in total. The bald instructor agreed. He told the white fox to enter the Tier 1 magical beast area again. The Tier 1 rune mystic turtle retracted into its shell. Looking at the motionless mystical turtle, the two-tailed white fox grabbed an iron rod directly and swung it at the Tier 1 mystical turtle. True damage. Defense ignore. 100% true damage. 100%. Power, bang, the mystical. Turtle's internal organs were shattered by the single rod strike. It spat out a mouthful of blood with a puff. The rookie hunting team, drawn over by the commotion, was stunned. With that one swing, it hit the turtle shell. How did it make the mystical turtle spit blood? The mystical turtle was severely injured. The voice of an experienced instructor came over. Holy shit, that's so awesome. The white snake summoner was shocked. That seemingly ordinary swing beat the mystical turtle into severe injury just like that. Xiaoye was controlling the two-tailed white fox and said to the bald instructor, Instructor, have you finished recording that? I'm ready for the next round of training. He wanted to milk more benefits. After realizing what was going on, the bald instructor's eyes widened. It all clicked for him. No wonder the white fox didn't start fighting earlier. So that's the reason. He wrote down Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi in his small notebook again. 5 Tier 2 crystal cores per person. Total 168 Tier 2 crystal cores. Okay, got the bald instructor's confirmation. The white fox swung the rod at the mystical turtle again. True damage. 100% power. Whoosh! A 10-meter-high blood column spurted out from the magical beast's head, and it died instantly. Awesome! The white snake summoner from the rookie hunting team gave a thumbs up, exclaimed in admiration. Long-range strike? This skill is super practical. They were guessing what the white fox's skill was. The bald instructor wrote down Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi in his small notebook. 10 Tier 2 crystal cores per person. Total 188. Tier 2 crystal cores. After that, the white fox appeared in 11 other areas one after another. First, they defeated the beasts. Then they killed them, milking 2 big rounds of benefits. One instructor watched and started cursing. Disgraceful, this is so disgraceful. Your batch of rookie hunting teams are even worse than students preparing for the college entrance exam. Your training load will be increased by 10 times from now on. No way. The entire rookie hunting team that the White Snake Summoner was on let out a collective wail. Next to Nangong Xiao, the bald instructor was writing so much his eyes went wide. On his small notebook, there were 36 lines of reward records for Xiaoye and his partner. Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi, defeat rewards. Defeated 6 Tier 1, magical beasts. 30 Tier 2 crystal cores per person. Defeated 6 Tier 2 magical beasts. 300 Tier 2 crystal cores per person. Total, 660 Tier 2 crystal cores. Grand total, 828 Tier 2 crystal cores. Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi kill rewards. Killed 6 Tier 1 magical beasts. 60 Tier 2 crystal cores per person. Killed 6 Tier 2 magical beasts. 600 Tier 2 crystal cores per person. Total, 120 Tier 2 crystal cores. Grand total, 2,148 Tier 2 crystal cores. After finishing writing, the bald instructor was dumbfounded. Damn it, over 2,000 Tier 2 crystal cores. They're milking the benefits way too hard. After completing the training, Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi controlled the two-tailed form of the sacred white fox and walked over to the instructor. Nangong Xiao immediately ran over after them and hugged the two-tailed white fox tightly. Her face was full of excitement. She even rubbed against the white fox repeatedly. She said to Bingxi, "You're so amazing." "Of course I am." Inside the white fox's consciousness, Cheng Bingxi smiled proudly. Xiaoye, who could feel everything the white fox felt, was muttering in his mind, "Nangong Xiao, don't hug her so tight. That huge thing is pressing down so hard I can barely breathe." Nangong Xiao, reluctantly, let go of the two-tailed sacred white fox. The white fox's fur is so soft and comfortable. It feels amazing to hug her. Then the two-tailed sacred white fox dismissed its summoned beast form and changed back to human form. A flash of white light appeared. The white fox disappeared. A handsome man and a beautiful woman appeared on the ground. They were none other than Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi. "To celebrate us finishing the first day of training, I'll treat you to dinner." Nangong Xiao came up with an excuse to spend more time with Cheng Bingxi. She said cutely and firmly, "Don't say no. Come on, Sister Bingxi." "Awoo!" Just then, the bald instructor gathered everyone together. Everyone did very well in today's training. You can go to the resources department to collect your rewards later. I'll upload the reward records to them. Gather downstairs at the dormitory at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. Dismiss. Said. The bald instructor waved his right hand. Everyone happily dispersed. Nangong Xiao seemed very familiar with the youth training camp. She held Cheng Bingxi's arm tightly and brought Xiaoye along to the fanciest hunting restaurant in the military camp. Cheng Bingxi felt that Nangong Xiao was being way too close to her. She couldn't help but wonder in her heart if Nangong Xiao's sexual orientation was a bit off, but that was just Cheng Bingxi's guess. Xiaoye, standing aside, watched his wife being held by someone else. He felt a little sour in his heart. He gnashed his teeth secretly and thought, "Nangong Xiao, you hugged my wife. I'll hug you a week later." Xiaoye calculated that after eating, he could go collect the 2,048 Tier 2 crystal cores. According to the exchange rate of 10 Tier 2 crystal cores, for 1 Tier 3 crystal core, he could exchange them for 2 Tier 5 crystal cores, 1 Tier 4 crystal core, 4 Tier 3 crystal cores, and 8 Tier 2 crystal cores. With this many resources, it's enough to level up the sacred white fox to Tier 5. When they arrived at the high-end hunting restaurant, they walked into a nice small private room. The waiter came over immediately. "Miss Nangong, what would you like to order?" Nangong Xiao said as if she had been here many times. "Give me set meal 1. Then she handed the menu to Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi. They looked at set meal 1. It had 3 dishes and 1 soup, which were Tier 6 magical beast meat, Tier 4 magical beast meat, Tier 5 edible spiritual plant, and a Tier 8 spiritual plant soup. Xiaoye looked at the price and was stunned. Whoa, this set meal 1 actually cost 1 Tier 7 crystal core. If you like it, we can come here to eat every day. Sister Bingxi. Nangong Xiao looked at Cheng Bingxi with sparkling eyes. She's totally a rich lady. Xiaoye sighed in his heart. Soon the waiter served all the dishes and also handed Nangong Xiao a blue potion bottle. This is the energy liquid extracted from the magical beast meat in the dishes. Otherwise, with our physical strength, we can't withstand the energy from Tier 4, Tier 5, Tier 6, and Tier 8 magical beast meat at all. Seeing the confused looks on Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi's faces, Nangong Xiao shook the blue regent bottle in her hand. They knew the meal would be over soon. When they left, Cheng Bingxi touched her slightly bulging stomach. she still felt like she hadn't had enough. Then they went their separate ways. Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi headed to the resources department to collect today's training rewards. After getting the rewards, they returned to their dorm apartment. After closing the door, Xiaoye was grinning from ear to ear. He took out 2 level 5 crystal cores from his backpack, 1 level 4 crystal core, 4 level 3 crystal cores, and 8 level 2 crystal cores. Cultivate! Let's start cultivating right now, Xiaoye said impatiently. The two quickly channeled their contract power. Once again, the two-tailed form of the holy white fox was summoned out. At this time, the white fox was at the late stage 2 realm, so she swallowed a level 3 crystal core. With the super absorption efficiency of the two-tailed form, in less than half an hour, there was a soft popping sound. The white fox's realm successfully advanced to early stage 3. Only then did she fully digest the energy of the level 3 crystal core. The power inside the white fox surged instantly. This form exists in the white fox's mind. Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi clearly felt that surging, majestic power. They felt like they could actually kill a cow with one punch. Then Xiaoye controlled the white fox and swallowed 2 more level 4 crystal cores. To continue cultivating, no one knew how much time had passed as the holy white fox rapidly ran the monster cultivation method. Her realm kept increasing, from early stage 3 to mid stage 3, then to late stage 3, until it reached stage 3 peak. With a surge of aura, there was a loud boom. The holy white fox successfully broke through to early stage 4. If there was an outsider present at this time, they would be able to see that the white fox was emitting an increasingly profound, mysterious aura, as if she had become the core of this space. All the surrounding energy rose and fell around her. Xiaoye opened his eyes, only to find that a whole day had passed. He had to go ask the instructor for leave first, then came back to continue cultivating. The holy white fox swallowed 2 more level 5 crystal cores. As time slowly passed, the white fox's realm rose like a rocket, breaking through continuously without any bottlenecks, from early stage 4 to mid stage 4, then to late stage 4, stage 4 peak, and finally successfully broke through to early stage 5. So strong! This is way too strong! Xiaoye felt the energy inside the white fox, which was as vast as an ocean. He leaped lightly and smashed heavily into the ceiling. There was a loud crash. The entire dorm building shook along with it. Luckily, this dorm building was built with apocalypse-era materials. Otherwise, the ceiling would have been smashed right through. This sudden surge of power caught both Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi off guard for a moment. They couldn't control it with precision yet. Shoyo made a rough estimate. Compared to the late stage 2 state, the power and energy at stage 5 had increased by at least a dozen times. That's amazing. Cheng Bingxi cheered excitedly. To prevent damaging the apartment further, Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi exited the summoned beast form and returned to their human forms. In human form, they could still inherit part of the summoned beast's attributes. Their physical strength had been greatly enhanced. Xiaoye felt it for a moment and threw a punch. A whistling sound could be heard in the air. The fist wind was fierce. It was estimated that this punch had a force of 3 tons. Just then, a system notification sounded in Xiaoye's ear. Congratulations to the host for completing the mission. Advance the realm to stage 5 within a week. Mission reward 100 evolution points. 1 rule fragment crystal. Has been stored in the system space. The rule fragment. Crystal automatically recognizes its owner. The owner is Xiaoye. Owner recognition successful. No matter what the host uses the rule fragment crystal for, it can be recycled at any time. Suddenly, there was a banging sound. Nangong Xiao's sweet voice came from outside. Sister Bingxi. I heard the noise inside. Are you done cultivating? She was carrying that huge object with her and leaned against the door and said sneakily, Has it really been 3 days already? In the living room, after the plump girl Nangong Xiao explained, Xiaoye suddenly came to his senses. Today is the 5th day since entering the youth training camp. You can't feel the passage of time when you're in a cultivation state. So much time had passed before they knew it. Nangong Xiao hugged Cheng Bingxi's arm. Her eyes were filled with excitement. She hadn't cuddled with Cheng Bingxi for 3 days. She was practically itching for it. After training these past 3 days, Nangong Xiao would come to the door of Xiaoye's apartment to check if they were done cultivating. She would never admit that she often pressed her ear to the door to eavesdrop on the noises inside Xiaoye's apartment. Cheng Bingxi suddenly looked anxious, stood up, and rushed into the bathroom. Oh no, 4 days of waste have piled up in my stomach. I need to go relieve myself. Xiaoye looked completely speechless. Just go take a dump, okay? Why do you have to be so graphic about it? As Chung Bingxi ran off, the skinny girl Nangong Xiao looked at her back with a curious face. Suddenly, a devastatingly handsome face filled her entire field of vision. Nangong Xiao's little face flushed red. She moved back a little and said angrily, "What are you doing?" "I should be asking you that. You came to our apartment early in the morning. Is there something you need?" Xiao Ye asked rhetorically. "I came to look for Chung. I'm here to inform you that the pavilion master of the City Defense Military Pavilion needs to see you." Nangong Xiao had almost blurted out of instinct that she came to cuddle with Chung Bingxi. She quickly stopped herself when she realized, and changed the subject to get to the point. "Right, the pavilion master of the City Defense Military Pavilion asked you to go see him once you're done cultivating." Xiao Ye frowned. "The military pavilion master? Isn't that the highest commander of the City Defense Army? A big shot of the same rank as the city lord of the Mangyuan base. What does he want with me?" Putting those thoughts aside, Xiao Ye's attention returned to Nangong Xiao, who had that huge object with her. "Do you want to restore your SSS tier template?" Xiao Ye asked. Nangong Xiao's face fell as she said, "Of course I do, more than anything. But there's nothing I can do? I have no clue at all. I don't even know where to start." As she spoke, she mumbled self-deprecatingly, "Maybe God just doesn't like me and is intentionally making things hard for me." Xiao Ye stared into her eyes. "I have a way." Hearing that, Nangong Xiao lifted her head, her face full of disbelief. Xiao Ye reached into the system space, took out a rule fragment crystal, and held it out in front of her. He secretly thought to fix the incomplete template. The rule fragment crystal turned into a ball of colorless light and melted into Nangong Xiao's body. Nangong Xiao's body stiffened. She asked in disbelief, "This is..." She actually felt an endless stream of power surging from deep inside her body. Her contract power kept increasing. SSS Tier 5 Clawed Golden Dragon template is incomplete. 11 rule fragment crystals. 12 rule fragment crystals. The rule fragment crystal that had merged into the plump girl's body sent such a message. Nangong Xiao's face was filled with excitement. She ran out to the next apartment room and fetched a template-level detection device. It was very small and portable. She had specially asked her father, the city lord, for it. Beep, beep, beep. Amidst the plump girl's excited mood, the test result from the detection device came out. SS Rank 4 Clawed Dragon King Template. Reward 132 Level 2 Crystal Cores. Total 158 Level 2 Crystal Cores. The bald instructor was a bit disappointed in the white fox. SSS Rank Mother Beast. "Is this all we're looking at?" Little did he know, this was just Xiao Ye's trick to milk rewards. "Instructor, we're done warming up. We can start the real training." The Holy White Fox spoke. Xiao Ye and Chung Bingxi had already planned everything to milk the youth training camp for all it's worth. Stay in the monster zone for 10 minutes, get crystal cores. Beat these monsters, get more crystal cores. Kill these monsters, get even more crystal cores. 3 rounds of rewards in total. The bald instructor agreed, letting the white fox enter the level 1 monster zone again. The level 1 rune black turtle retreated into its shell. Watching the motionless turtle, the two-tailed white fox grabbed an iron rod and swung it at the level 1 turtle. Absolute true damage. Ignores defense. 100% real damage. Full power. Full power blast. The turtle's internal organs were shattered by the strike. It spat out a mouthful of blood with a poof. The nearby rookie hunting team was stunned. Just one hit. Right on the shell. How did it make the turtle bleed? The turtle was gravely injured. A voice from an experienced instructor rang out. "Holy crap, that's awesome!" The white snake summoner was shocked. That seemingly ordinary strike had badly wounded the turtle. Xiao Ye controlled the two-tailed white fox and said to the bald instructor, "Instructor, did you record that?" "I'm starting the next round. He's just here to milk rewards." It finally hit him. The bald instructor's eyes widened. He suddenly understood. No wonder the white fox wouldn't fight earlier. So that's how it was. He wrote in his notebook again, Xiao Ye, Chung Bingxi. 5 level 2 crystal cores each. Total, 168 level 2 crystal cores. Okay, the bald instructor replied. The white fox swung another rod at the turtle. Absolute true damage. 100% power. A 10-meter-high blood pillar burst from the monster's head. It died instantly. Awesome, the white snake summoner in the rookie team gave a thumbs up and exclaimed in admiration. Ranged attack. This skill is so useful. They guessed at the white fox's skill. The bald instructor wrote in his notebook, Xiaoye Chongbingxi. 10 level 2 crystal cores each. Total 188 level 2 crystal cores. Then the white fox appeared in 11 other zones in a row, first defeating, then finishing off, milking 2 more big rewards. One instructor watched and cursed. Shameful, utterly shameful. Your rookie hunting team is worse than senior high students. Training intensity increases 10 times from now on. No way. The rookie team with the white snake summoner all cried out in despair. Next to Nangong Xiao, the bald instructor's eyes were tired from writing. In his notebook, 36 lines of reward records for the two. Xiaoye Chongbingxi. Defeat rewards. Defeated 6 level 1 monsters. 30 level 2 crystal cores each. Defeated 6 level 2 monsters. 300 level 2 crystal cores each. Total, 606 level 2 crystal cores. Grand total, 828 level 2 crystal cores. Xiaoye Chongbingxi kill rewards, killed 6 level 1 monsters. 60 level 2 crystal cores each. Killed 6 level 2 monsters, 600 level 2 crystal cores each. Total, 1,320 level 2 crystal cores. Grand total, 2,148 level 2 crystal cores. After finishing, the bald instructor was dumbfounded. Damn, over 2,000 level 2 crystal cores. You really milked it like crazy. After finishing training, Xiaoye and Chongbingxi controlled the two-tailed holy white fox and walked over to the instructor. Nangong Xiao immediately flew over and hugged the two-tailed white fox tightly, her face full of excitement, rubbing against the fox nonstop. Bingxi, you're amazing. You're totally awesome. Yeah, of course. Inside the white fox's consciousness, Chongbingxi grinned proudly. Xiaoye, who could feel everything the fox did, muttered inwardly, Nangong Xiao, don't hug so tight. This big thing is crushing me. Nangong Xiao, reluctantly, let go of the two-tailed holy white fox. The fox's fur is so soft and comfy. Hugging it feels amazing. Then the two-tailed holy white fox canceled its summoned beast form and turned back into human form. A white light flashed. The white fox vanished. A handsome guy and a beautiful girl appeared on the ground. It was Xiaoye and Chongbingxi. To celebrate finishing our first day of training, I'll treat you to dinner. Nangong Xiao found an excuse to spend more time with Chongbingxi. Don't say no, she said cutely. Come on, Sister Bingxi. Ow, just then, the bald instructor gathered everyone. Everyone did great in training today. You can collect your rewards from the resource department later. I'll upload the reward records to them. Gather downstairs at 6:30 tomorrow morning. Dismissed, the bald instructor waved. Everyone happily dispersed. Nangong Xiao seemed very familiar with the camp. She locked arms tightly with Chongbingxi and brought Xiaoye to the camp's top hunting restaurant. Chongbingxi felt that Nangong Xiao was being too close and couldn't help wondering if her orientation was a little off, but that was just Chongbingxi's guess. Xiaoye watched his wife being held by someone else and felt a little upset. He gritted his teeth and thought, Nangong Xiao, you hugged my wife. I'll hug you back in a week. Xiaoye planned that after dinner, he could collect 2,048 level 2 crystal cores at the rate of 10 level 2 cores for 1 level 3 core. That would be 2 level 5 cores, 1 level 4 core, 4 level 3 cores, and 8 level 2 cores. All these resources were enough to level up the holy white fox to level 5. At the high-end hunting restaurant, they entered a nice private room. A waiter came over right away. Miss Nangong, what would you like to order? Nangong Xiao said like a regular, set meal 1. Then she handed the menu to Xiaoye and Chongbingxi. They looked at set meal 1. It had 3 dishes and 1 soup. Level 6 monster meat, level 4 monster meat, level 5 edible spirit plant, and level 8 spirit plant soup. Xiaoye checked the price and was stunned. Wow, this set meal 1 cost 1 level 7 core. If you like it, we can come every day. Sister Bingxi. Nangong Xiao looked at Chongbingxi with sparkling eyes. She's definitely rich, Xiaoye thought. Xiaoye sighed inwardly. Soon the waiter served all the food and handed Nangong Xiao a blue potion bottle. This is energy liquid purified from the monster meat in the dishes. Otherwise, with our bodies, we couldn't handle the energy from level 4, 5, 6, and 8 monster meat. Seeing Xiaoye and Chongbingxi's confused looks, Nangong Xiao shook the blue potion. They finished the meal quickly. When leaving, Chongbingxi touched her slightly full stomach, still wanting more. Then they went separate ways. Xiaoye and Chongbingxi headed to the resource department to to collect today's training rewards. After getting the rewards and returning to the dorm, they closed the door. Xiaoye broke into a big smile. He took out 2 level 5 cores from his bag. 1 level 4 core, 4 level 3 cores, and 8 level 2 cores. Cultivate, hurry, and cultivate, Xiaoye said eagerly. They quickly activated their contract power and summoned the 2-tailed holy white fox again. The fox was at late stage 2. She swallowed a level 3 core with the 2-tailed form's amazing absorption. In less than 30 minutes, poof. The fox successfully rose to early stage 3. She fully absorbed the level 3 core. The fox's power surged instantly. Inside the fox's mind, Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi clearly felt that massive power. It felt like they could punch a cow to death. Xiaoye controlled the fox to swallow 2 level 4 cores and kept cultivating. No idea how much time passed as the holy white fox ran the monster cultivation technique at full speed. Her level kept rising, from early stage 3 to mid-stage 3, then to late stage 3, all the way to peak stage 3. With a surge of aura,
Boom.
the holy white fox broke through to early stage 4. If anyone else was there, they would see the fox emitting a denser, mysterious aura, as if she was the core of the space, with all surrounding energy swirling around her. Xiaoye opened his eyes, only to find a whole day had passed. He had to go ask the drill instructor for leave first, then came back to keep cultivating the holy white fox and swallowed 2 more rank 5 crystal cores. As time slowly went by, the white fox's realm shot up like a rocket, breaking through non-stop with no bottlenecks at all. From early rank 4 to mid-rank 4, then to late rank 4, peak rank 4, finally breaking through successfully to early rank 5. This is insane, way too strong. Xiaoye could feel inside the white tiger vast, overwhelming energy like an ocean. He leaped lightly and slammed hard into the ceiling.
Boom.
The whole dorm building shook. Luckily, this dorm was built with post-apocalyptic materials, or the ceiling would have been frozen right through. This sudden surge of power left both Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi unable to adapt for a moment. They couldn't control it precisely. Xiaoye did a quick estimate. Compared to late rank 2, his power and energy at rank 5 were at least 10 times greater. That's awesome. Cheng Bingxi cheered excitedly. To keep from damaging the apartment further, Xiaoye and Cheng Bingxi exited their summoned beast forms and turned back into humans. In human form, they could still inherit some of their summoned beast's attributes. Their physical strength got a huge boost. Xiaoye felt it out. Threw a punch. A whooshing wind sounded in the air. The punch's wind raged. He guessed this punch packed 3 tons of force. Just then, a system notification rang in Xiaoye's ear. Congratulations, host, for completing the mission. Raise your realm to rank 5 within 1 week. Mission reward, 100 evolution points. 1 rule fragment crystal. Stored in the system space. Rule fragment crystal automatically recognizes its master. Master, Xiaoye. Master recognition successful. No matter how the host uses the rule fragment crystals, I can retrieve them at any time according to the connection. Bang, bang, bang. Suddenly, a sweet voice from Nangong Xiao came from outside. Sister Bingxi. I heard some noise inside. Are you done cultivating? She was leaning against that huge thing, lying by the door, and said sneakily, Has it already been 3 days? From what the fruitful girl Nangong Xiao explained in the living room, Xiaoye suddenly realized, today is the 5th day since entering the training camp. You lose track of time while cultivating. So much time passed without me noticing. Nangong Xiao held Cheng Bingxi's arm, her eyes full of excitement. She hadn't been close to Cheng Bingxi for 3 days, and was dying for it. After finishing training these past 3 days, Nangong Xiao came outside Xiaoye's apartment to check if they had finished cultivating. She would never admit that she often lay by the door eavesdropping. Cheng Bingxi suddenly looked anxious and stood up, hurrying into the bathroom. Oh no, I've been holding it in for 4 days. I have to go take care of business. Xiaoye's face darkened. Just go to the bathroom. Why do you have to be so graphic? As Cheng Bingxi ran off, the skinny girl Nangong Xiao stared at her back curiously. Suddenly, a breathtakingly handsome face filled her entire vision. Nangong Xiao blushed and stepped back a little. Annoyed. What are you doing? I should be asking you that. Coming to our apartment early in the morning? What do you want? Xiaoye asked. I came to find Cheng. I'm here to tell you the Lord of Chengjun Pavilion wants to see you. Nangong Xiao almost said, I came to stick with Cheng Bingxi. She suddenly realized and hit the brakes in a hurry. She changed the subject and got down to business. The city guard army commander wants you to go see him after your training. Xiaoye frowned. Army commander? Isn't he the top commander of the city guard? A big shot on the same level as the city lord and the Python base. Why is he looking for me? He pushed the thought aside. Xiaoye's attention turned back to Nangong Xiao, who possessed great power. Do you want to restore your SSS level template? Xiaoye asked. Nangong Xiao's expression darkened as she said, Of course I do, I've been dreaming about it. But there's nothing I can do? I have no clue at all. I don't even know where to start. She muttered to herself in self-mockery, Maybe heaven just doesn't like me. It's deliberately making things hard for me. Xiaoye stared into her eyes. I have a way. Hearing this, Nangong Xiao looked up in disbelief. Xiaoye took out a rule fragment crystal from his system space and held it out in front of her. The incomplete template was fixed. The rule fragment crystal turned into a colorless light and melted into Nangong Xiao's body. Nangong Xiao's body stiffened. She asked in disbelief, What is this? She could actually feel a steady stream of power surging from deep inside her. Her contract power kept growing stronger. Incomplete SSS level 5 clawed golden dragon template. 11 rule fragment crystals. 12 rule fragment crystals. A message came from the rule fragment crystals. Merged into the girl's body, Nangong Xiao's face was filled with excitement. She ran out to the next apartment room and brought back a template level detector. It was very small. She had specially gotten it from her father, the city lord. Beep, 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 in her excitement. The detector's result came out. SS level 4 clawed Dragon King template.